So you're thinking about moving to Viera, Florida. Today I am with Susie. She's a local sales manager for a local builder here. And today we want to talk about all the fun, cool things that are coming to Viera. Well, we will take you along for a drive with us. I know that the cat's out of the bag on this one. This one is just so exciting. I want to start off with it.
What?
Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about it too. For Luke, I wasn't expecting this.
Everyone in Brevard County wants this, so it's going to be packed. Like, you're going to have to go with the craziest hours to get in there.
All I want to do is a little bit of a caveat because I got super excited when they announced for Merritt Island.
Merritt Island wasn't ever getting one.
Yep,
Pogalley?
No, Merritt Island. It was the old Barnes & Noble. They were going to go in there, and then they had issues.
I heard that
with
there was one in O'Galley.
No, that one they were just trying to get them to consider an old Walgreens. That's why you probably don't know about it, but they had pulled permits or started the process for looking, and it was in Merritt Island on Park 20 and on the Causeway, and I was so excited. And then they announced that they weren't going to do it because there was an issue. It was more expensive than they wanted.
So it is not confirmed yet, but
They have pulled permit.
Yeah, they have pulled permits in the avenues. I don't know if it's in Michael's or right
be at Michael's. That's like that was confusing to me too.
Yes, there's conflicting information I received that it's the one next to Michael's. Also received information that it is Michael's, and Michael's is closing down. So not 100% confirmed yet.
Well, as a Hobby Lobby, it does make some sense. Maybe Michael's potentially would be closing because of competition, but I do know that the Avenues is under new ownership, and they're really making a concerted effort for what they would consider a higher end commercial aspect going in there. So that's why you're going to see things Nordstrom's Rack.
Yeah, so Trader Joe's there's a very good possibility they're coming to Viera. So let's go into what's coming into the Avenues
that we know.
Yes, like Susie mentioned, we're getting a Nordstrom Rack. I'm excited for that.
Me too. So we have the American Eagle, and is it Airy? Like Aristotle kind of thing. Southern Tide, I'm not familiar with that. It says it's a classic coastal apparel brand. So I don't know if it's more of a regional than a national. And then Air and Anchor are a family-owned jewelry business. I know Jenna's Jewelry is very popular there, so if it's on par with that, I think it'll be popular as well. They're really trying to get more upscale stuff. They have Lily Pulitzer now, Lululemon, so they're trying to appeal to a higher retail spaces there, which is exciting because a lot of times now, if you want some of those things, you're going to have to go into Orlando, and now they're starting to come here. The big coup really was, and I think some of the draw for all these other higher end retailers was Whole Foods. Whole Foods has a very high standard for demographics and resident count in order to be going into a new area, and they are under construction right now. So that's a very exciting thing that because of that, I think that's becoming a draw. The other retailers are noticing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a driver for Trader Joe's as well.
Just so you know, to give you a perspective, when I moved here from San Diego, I think they had one Starbucks, and it was in Merritt Island in the Barnes & Noble. And I was on a campaign to get a Starbucks, start opening up Starbucks. Now they're like all over the place. Those kind of things took a little while for this county. It was a quieter county. We're not as metro as Orlando or Orange County. So we're a quieter area, and I think that's what's so appealing to a lot of families. We're not Orlando, and we have foresight in our development of Viera in particular. All the roads and infrastructure have already been planned, and if you come from other parts of the country where that's an afterthought, you will appreciate Viera. Getting around is much easier than a lot of the other parts of the state, especially like the Orlandos of the world or Tampa is, or those areas where it's highly concentrated and a lot of people. So this is nice because we are close to the coast, and we're 45 minutes from Orlando, so we're in a really good spot, and Viera in particular is very close to 95.
All right, so right now we're coming up by the brand new Costco. It's been here for about a year and a half since it's been opened. It's a major hub for getting gas. To be honest, there's always a line over there. It's the only gas station, honestly, in this area right now, which is why I said they need a gas station with its low price, which I believe a gas station is going to be going across or close by. And I did see that on the Viera video that they're looking to put gas station over here. So I believe that is still in the works. But right now, we're heading over to Costco. I will say there is going to be a new community by Viera builders back here. They're going to be, it's called Atalan Cove. They are going to be more patio style homes, so more like kind of
Smaller lots.
smaller lots, maybe some more spec homes.
You won't be able to do any modifications.
Okay, so they are spec homes. All right, so what else is coming to this area?
Across the street from Costco, it's been a big buzz because everyone's asking me about it, what's going there. Right now, what's being developed is a canopy trail system that's going to go from the zoo down to this area. There's going to be an underpass installed, and I do believe it's golf cart usable. They got their inspiration from Katy Trail, which is a trail in Texas. It will be a more nature forward area. I did learn recently that this area that they're developing now for the walking trail was at one time the Duda family's hunting grounds. So that's why there's a lot of like wildlife and trees, and so they've kept a particular neighborhood over there more tree forward, so they wanted to keep that feel and that vibe. So that's what's really cool about this trail system. Every time I brought it up to somebody and when we were going over what's happening in the area, they've been super excited about it, because that is like one of the key aspects of this area. It's not only golf cart friendly, but it's walking friendly. All the trails are interconnected, so that you can get to where you want to go pretty much on a trail.
In addition to that, I did see that they're looking at putting a hotel over here because they discussed what you mentioned, how close it is to 95, how close it is to the beach. So it looks like they are in works with that, which is really cool. This doesn't necessarily affect a resident here. Maybe if you're at a profession that will grow that convention.
Because they're supposed to have a rooftop bar.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. I think we touched everything up over here.
Yeah, they're really going quickly on that.
Over here?
Yeah, you could see like I think they're going to be parking over here so you can get out and park and walk. But I think it goes down on this side and has the tunnel that goes underneath this area.
So the commercial over here.
So we got commercial. I think there's a supermarket that's going in over there as well to service the residents here in this section.
Right now, I'm going to take a U-turn.
Okay.
This is the on-ramps and the exit for 95. So you can see how close it is to that easy access. And if we were to just go straight on this road, it would take us all the way to the beach. It's like 15 minutes from here. 20 minutes.
It's constantly.
Okay, so we talked about this area. Let's get back into what's on our list.
So the next thing that I'm super excited about is called Viera Town Center Community Hub. It's over by a very popular chef-owned restaurant called Urban Prime, and which up till now has been hosting bands and events on the weekends, but it makes it super crowded. So what is super excited about, it's going to have a bar, amphitheater, and food trucks, permanent food trucks. So super excited about that because it's going to give more offerings for, I call chef owned. They know it's a food truck. A lot of the chef owned restaurants started out as food truck owners, and then they expand into pop-ups, and then they get into their own restaurants. So hopefully that'll be a genesis for some of the chefs in this area to get a really good following. And I think it'd be a great kind of weekend venue from my understanding. You can bring blankets and sit and listen to music because it's going to have all sorts of music venues going on throughout the year.
And they did see actually construction.
Yeah, they've already started on that, which is super excited. So I'm looking forward to that because I just moved in the area, so I'm really excited to take advantage of it. And then Burrows has always got something new going on. Recently, because of my granddaughter's graduation, we went over to Ford's. I waited till it died down because when it opened up, super popular, couldn't even get in, kind of place you would wait for hours to get a seat. But they are super fast in delivering their food, and the food's really good, by the way. But right across the street from Ford's is a new restaurant that I really am excited about because they are already opening and operating out of the avenues. It's called the Olive Tree, but they're going to have the Olive Tree kind of format downstairs, a little Greek supermarket or market, I should say, and then upstairs is going to be more high-end, adults only 21 and up. So I'm thinking it might be a little pricey, I don't know, but I'm going to try it once. I always do. And I'm super excited about that. And already Venza wine is over there. Ford's is there.
Sounds like they might be bringing nightlife.
Yeah.
Because there's not much nightlife here.
Yeah. And then there's the hotel that has a rooftop bar coming. It does have corporate offices or availability over there. Everything's waterfront. I have walked the big Burrows West Lake. super nice, super windy. But it's, I think, a mile, if I'm not mistaken. So that's nice to get out. And they have these big swings, adult swings, that you could sit and look at the lake and enjoy the view. So yeah, so they're trying to incorporate some more nightlife, I should say, into the area, but still kind of family forward.
It's not like a club.
Yeah.
Somewhere where the parents get a babysitter and go out for a drink and listen to music.
Because right now it's been the Avenue. It's like, was it Thursdays? What do they call that? I don't know what they call it, but it's usually on a Thursday night, and they will have bands, and all the restaurants love it because people come and eat and then they listen to the music. So I think it's going to be, we're opening other opportunities for those kind of things to happen, for events like that to happen. The big thing, two things coming up by Avenues, Topgolf and Dave Buster's. And again, when we had meeting, they're like, oh, we're not 100% sure Topgolf. Usually Viera is very strict about renouncing things. I don't know if that came out from them or someone else, but that is a prime area, and hopefully it does, like we were talking about Trader Joe's, go into the area, because that would be a huge place for people to go. Because if you don't know Topgolf, if you don't have one in your area, it's a range for playing golf. But
I'm more excited for the social.
Yeah, but you have the bar and your restaurant there, which is super nice. And I think like you can have parties there. If you have kids that really are into golf, you can reserve and have a party there as well. So I'm super excited. I'm hoping all of that comes to fruition and it does pan out. And it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
I think that's it. We kind of covered everything.
If you're new here, I'm Rachel. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Space Coast. I help clients every day move to the area. If you're looking for new construction, that's where Susie comes into play. She is a sales manager for the local builder here in Vieira. Together, we help clients move to the area every day. So I figured, why don't we lead this off with just a quick overview of where there's still building here in Vieira.
So the last communities in Addison Village is Rilling Park, which are courtyard homes. And by the way, I'm getting a lot of traffic in, and they're becoming more and more popular, I think, because they're being built up by the new Publix. So people are seeing it now and they're getting curious and interested. Plus our price per square is pretty good there compared to our other single family neighborhoods.
Yeah, everyone that we've gotten
involved in
they originally said, oh my gosh, we would never go for something like this. We even just had clients that brought in a couple weeks ago that were like, we never would think that we would have liked this. And then they go inside and they love it. They love the urban aspect. They love that the courtyard is super private. There aren't any windows. Your neighbors don't have windows facing your courtyard. And like you said, the price per square foot
it's really good.
It's really good compared to a single family. Like you compared it to the 45s in Fairlawn Fields, which are the more narrower lots, but you don't get the privacy you do in Riley Park. So really, yeah, it's getting
good. Nice collection.
Yeah.
And it's Spanish colonial, and it has 3 cool different looks elevation wise, so it has a whole different feel. The garage is in the back, so you don't drive in the neighborhood and see garages. It's very urban. It's very nice. Then what's left in Avalonia are attached single-story villa homes, and that'll be done. Once we sell those out, that's done for Addison. And now everything predominantly is south of Pineda for us. We're about 80% of the market. So if you're not buying a full custom or you're not buying in a 55 plus, you're buying a Viera builder home. For the most part, sold out except for the villas in Pangea. A few homes left that came back out of contract. We do have Laurasia, and they're in full swing there for a new phase that opened up down
where the luxury products are luxury builders.
Limited availability in Crossmolina for single family. They haven't opened up the villas there yet, but that's going to be coming into that neighborhood as well. And now we're, like I said, getting into full swing into Fairlawn Fields with different collections there. Once we do that, we're moving again north of Wickham and west off of Viera Boulevard, but that's a little ways down the road. But just given the pace of sales, it's been going pretty quicker than I thought it was going to be. So it might be sooner than later that they start moving dirt up in that section.
And we went over at Atalan Cove, sorry.
It's okay.
We went over that, so that's going to be coming soon. And then ones that Susie doesn't work with are the custom builders. So there's Arapika and Adelaide. Those are the higher end neighborhoods, and those start at about 1.2 million plus. Those are still being built. And then we also have the 55 plus community called Webb by Pulte.
They do have another phase coming, so.
Yeah, that's going to be big. We're going to probably have to build another amenity center there. The amenity center had not opened yet. I believe it's supposed to open at the end of...
That's huge.
The other phase is big for Webb too.
Yeah.
So yeah, the amenity center for Webb is supposed to open up, I believe, at the end of the year. So everyone's really excited for that. Lots of exciting things coming to Viera already here. Yeah, it's a great opportunity if you're interested in living somewhere, a little master plan community here in Florida. Top 10 in the United States too. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to reach out. My information's on the screen right here. You can call, text me, or email me because I got your back when it comes to moving to Viera and the Space Coast for that matter. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.